The Sepang Grand Prix was supposed to be a comeback story for Francesco Bagnaia, a statement ride to silence his critics and reignite his title fight. Instead, it turned into an emotional nightmare that has left the entire MotoGP paddock shaken. After leading from pole and fighting tooth and nail inside the top three, Bagnaia's race imploded just 3 laps from the finish. His Ducati suddenly slowed, wobbling down the back straight as confusion spread through the grandstands. Fans gasped. The world feed cameras zoomed in on Pecco's face. Disbelief, frustration, heartbreak. And then came the truth. A rear tire puncture. Not an engine failure, not a setup problem. A puncture.
Welcome to GP Time. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates.
When the dust settled, Bagnaia didn't hide his anger. In a rare show of emotion, the normally calm and composed Italian sent a blistering message to MotoGP's official tire supplier, Michelin. "This cannot happen at this level," Bagnaia said firmly in the paddock, eyes filled with visible frustration. "We work all weekend, we prepare perfectly, and then we lose everything because of something that shouldn't happen. It's unacceptable." The Ducati star stopped short of a direct accusation, but his tone spoke volumes. There was no shouting, no theatrics, just cold, quiet fury from a rider who had just seen his podium and possibly his championship momentum vanish into thin air. A piece of debris, a hole, a puncture. Call it what you want, but it ruined my race. These are the kinds of things that destroy months of work. It all happened in an instant. Bagnaia, running third behind Alex Marquez and Pedro Acosta, suddenly backed off, looking over his shoulder in confusion. He limped the bike back to the pits as his team scrambled to understand what went wrong. Moments later, Michelin confirmed the cause. A hole in the center of the rear tire, likely caused by a piece of carbon fiber debris on the track. Piero Taramasso, Michelin's MotoGP boss, expressed regret and promised an investigation. "It's a shame. Pecco was doing very well. The pressure dropped suddenly. We found the hole caused by something on the circuit. We will analyze the data in detail." But for Bagnaia, those words were little comfort. Pecco's heartbreak was palpable. He sat in the garage, helmet off, face buried in his gloves. He had been flawless all weekend, fast in qualifying, sharp off the line, and measured in battle. To lose it all through something so random, so uncontrollable, was a brutal reminder of the chaos that lurks in every race. "It's hard to accept," Bagnaia admitted. "You give everything, and then luck takes it away. I can handle being beaten on track, that's racing. But this hurts more than a crash." With just a few rounds remaining, the incident could have major title implications. Every point matters now, and Bagnaia's retirement has opened the door for his rivals. Ducati, too, will be feeling the sting, their golden boy undone by a freak failure just when he needed a big result. Still, despite his fury, Bagnaia's focus remains unshaken. "We'll move on," he said, his tone softening. "But Michelin needs to make sure this doesn't happen again. Not to me, not to anyone." Across social media, fans erupted. "Unbelievable," wrote one supporter. "How can this still happen in MotoGP?" said another. Even rival riders expressed sympathy, with some quietly agreeing that tire safety has become a growing concern in the championship. What was supposed to be a thrilling fight for the podium turned into a moment that completely stunned the sport. And for Francesco Bagnaia, it may well be the fire that ignites the rest of his season, because when a calm man like Pecco finally snaps, the whole paddock should start paying attention. Can you even imagine the heartbreak? Leading the race, just 3 laps from glory, and losing it all to a puncture. What would you have done in Pecco's boots? Was it simply cruel luck? Or do you think someone, Michelin, Ducati, or race control, should take some responsibility here? Pecco kept his cool and didn't point fingers after such a devastating blow. Do you see that as real champion behavior or quiet frustration beneath the surface? Despite losing the lead, Bagnaia appeared to be managing his pace smartly, conserving his tires, and preparing for a late push. Everything pointed towards a safe podium finish until disaster struck with just 3 laps to go. Spectators and commentators were left puzzled as Bagnaia suddenly slowed down, glancing repeatedly over his shoulder at the rear of his Ducati Desmosedici GP25. The problem looked mechanical at first glance, but Michelin has since confirmed the true cause. According to Piero Taramasso, Michelin's MotoGP manager, the issue was not related to Ducati's machinery but to a puncture caused by debris on the track, likely a small piece of carbon fiber. "We found a hole caused by a piece of carbon, something that must have been on the track," Taramasso told Italian television after the race. Pecco felt the bike starting to behave strangely. "It's a real shame because he was doing very well. He managed the start of the race perfectly and still had more to give." Taramasso explained that the tire pressure began dropping rapidly over a couple of laps, leading Bagnaia to immediately sense something was wrong. "For 1 or 2 laps he felt the rear end behaving oddly," Taramasso continued. Then the pressure dropped significantly, down to between 0.6 and 0.7 bar. "When he came back to the pits, we inspected the tire and found the puncture right in the center. It was definitely caused by debris." The retirement came at a crucial stage in the 2025 MotoGP World Championship, where every point matters in the fight for the title. While Bagnaia has shown flashes of his usual brilliance throughout the season, a combination of inconsistency and misfortune has hindered his campaign. The Sepang DNF was particularly painful, given that Bagnaia had finally looked back on form after several difficult rounds. His pace in qualifying and the opening laps of the race suggested he had the speed to challenge for victory or, at the very least, a strong podium. With just a few rounds remaining, Ducati and Bagnaia will now regroup and analyze the data to ensure no similar incidents occur. Michelin has also stated that it will conduct a full technical review of the affected tire to confirm the exact cause and ensure the safety of all riders moving forward. Despite the setback, Bagnaia remained calm in the paddock after the race, acknowledging that such unpredictable events are part of racing. His composure and Ducati's confidence suggest that he will come back stronger in the next round. The incident serves as yet another reminder of how unpredictable and unforgiving MotoGP can be. Even the smallest piece of debris can change the course of a race or an entire championship. For Bagnaia, it's a harsh lesson in bad luck rather than performance, and for Michelin, a challenge to further enhance tire durability against race debris. As the paddock moves on from Malaysia, one thing is clear. Pecco Bagnaia's fight is far from over. The Italian will be determined to bounce back stronger than ever, with his eyes firmly set on redemption in the final rounds of the season.